Hello everyone, this is Shresh from SkyMount. Today I am going to explain you about blocks and W blocks. Okay, so you may have observed whenever we are doing these kind of plans, you will be having furnitures placed over here, like beds, dining table, sofa, and many other furnitures. Okay, so whenever these furnitures have been created, like you will be not be using just in one plan. Okay, you will be using these in a number of plans. Okay, so that time what happens is whenever you are creating a new plan, again you will have to create these furnitures. Okay, but instead of creating it again and again, what you can do is just you can create it as a block and double block and you can keep it. Okay, so here now I'll tell you how to create a block. Okay, so very first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the furniture which I'm going to convert it as a block. Like for example, here I'm creating a bed. Okay, so this is a bed which I am going to convert as a block. Okay, so shortkey for block is B enter. Okay, so very first thing here I am going to give the block name over here. So what type of block I am creating? Okay, so like for example, if I am creating it as a bed, so I'll give the block name as bed. Okay, same way now here I'll click on select object and I'll select the object which I am going to convert it as a block. Okay, click on enter. Next here click on pick point. Okay, and you'll have to select the pick point of the block. So whichever the end point or whichever the point is compatible with you, you can select any one point as a pick point of the block. Okay, so next afterwards here you'll have to set the block units. Okay, so whichever the block units you need, like for example inches, millimeters, centimeters, meters, whichever the units you need, you can set the units and you can click on OK. So the block is being saved over here. Okay, so now you can see whenever I am selecting this block, it is coming in a group. Okay, and you can see the point where you have picked it as a pick point, there you are getting the selection point over here. Okay, so this is how you will be converting a furniture to a block. Okay, so now just imagine by mistakenly you have erased the furniture, okay, or the block. Okay, so now that block again I want it in this file. Okay, so what you can do is you can insert it again. Okay, so as I told you, the block, okay, whenever I am creating it as a block, the block will be saved in your file. Okay, like if I have created in this file, it will be there in this file itself. Okay, so here now I'll go to insert, I'll drop down insert and I'll select the block which I want to insert. Like for example, whichever the block you have created, everything will be there displayed over here. So just I have created one block, so there's bed, so I'll select this bed and I'll just place it wherever I need. Okay, so this is how you will be creating blocks and inserting the blocks. Okay, now same way this block itself I'll tell you how to convert it to a W block. Okay, so now what is difference between block and W block is block I have already told you it will be saved in this folder. Okay, so you can't use this block in another folder. Like if you are using another AutoCAD file, in that file you can't insert this block. Okay, so only what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it as a W block. Okay, so W block will be saved in your folder. Okay, so from that folder you can use that W block in n number of AutoCAD files for a number of times. Okay, so now your shortkey for W block is W enter. So next here you are going to select the source. So as I am going to convert the block as a W block, so only what I am going to do is I am going to click on block over here. Okay, just suppose if it is an object, normal object, then you can click on object and again you can click on select object, and same method you have to follow as I have told you for block. Okay, but now as I am going to convert a block as a W block, so I'll be selecting it as a block. I'll drop down this list and I'll select the block which I am going to convert it as a W block. Okay, so next here as I told you, this W block will be saved in your folder. So only what I am going to do is I am going to give the file path over here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on this source icon. Okay, so go to your particular folder, create a folder there as a W block, so that I can save all my W blocks in this particular file itself. So here I'll give the name as bed and I'll click on save. Okay, same way here again you'll have to give the units of the block in which you're going to save and you're going to click on OK. So the W block is saved now. Okay, so now whenever you are creating a next W block, by default the path will be there over here. Okay, so you can see in desktop I had created a folder as W block. Okay, so just what you are going to do is just you are going to erase the name of new block over here, and you are going to give the block name and click on OK. It will get saved to that particular folder. Okay, so now here what I am going to do is I am going to take a new AutoCAD file. So now in this folder I'll be inserting my W block. Okay, so now as I had inserted my block, same way I'll here again go to insert. So you can see here there is no any drop down option over here. Okay, why? Because I don't have block over here. I'll have to load the W block to my folder. So what I'll do is again I'll click on insert block over here. Okay, so next here you will be getting this dialog box. Okay, so here click on this browse option. Go to your folder where you have saved your W block, select the block and click on open. Click on OK and you can place the block as your requirement. Okay, so this is how you will be creating blocks and W blocks. Okay, to subscribe the page you can like the page. Thank you.